시다. 뭐야 이거? 헤비 그린지 좋대.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
조사.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room. Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
불행했던 결혼생활. 로생이 멍차고. 송금 그렇지. 우주. 호미는 목장. 반지. 오래된 멍청어. 괴롭힘을 당했었네. 뭐야? 얼굴인데? 불행했던 결혼생활.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
그건 아닌 것 같은데.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
How do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11. absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
도로 맞은 물건.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Your ladyship?
그 3인조랑 이 부인이랑 남편 아니야? 설마.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
이분도 좀 애숙한데. 몸살. 식초, 부인을 돌봄, 전소가 아니야. 커피 자국? 고대 노동 현장.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw three men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
얘나 뭐 별거 못 본 거 같네. 뭐야? 연초에 오니까 T가 활성화된대? 뭐지? 여기는 오는데 없네. 가족 범죄에서는 기술물이다. 랜들 일가의 기원. 랜들 일가로 알려진 한명노동은 강로라니 이들은 지역에 있는 저택을 무단 침입하여 강도 행각을 벌였던 것으로 밝혀졌다. 목격자가 3인방의 모습을 정확하게 진술해준 덕분에 범행을 저지른 일당의 신호로 파악하게 이해가 생긴 걸로 보인다. 아버지 잭 랜들 40대 윌리엄 랜들 끝한 머리가 평균적인 신장 체격 흰머리 윌리엄 랜들은 키 크고 건장한 체격 그리고 머리가 작고 포드 멜빈 랜들 말라 비틀어졌다. 야 전부 아들인데 아들 아버지 잠깐만 랜들 간도다는 아버지가 두 아들이고 그래 가족 범죄나 그래 남녀는 없었지. 남녀는 없네. 전부 남자네. 말라 비틀어져 라고 표현할 정도로 위해서한 책이요. 감독이 무단 침입에도 영걸 기한하는 선박을 무단 탈취했던 혐의로 소배. 3명이서 선박을 탈취했다고.
the description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
열어봐. 키. 아, 그림이구나. 오,
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
문제요.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
야, 이 냄새가 나는데. 기다려봐. 기다려봐.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
냄새가 아주 진하게 나는데. 들어와.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
사진을 들고 가네. 없어? 더 없고. 이거.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship? Let us try to open this safe.
그래, 열어보자.
This safe
돌리는 거.
can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
잠깐만, 이거 어떻게 해? 뭐야, 이거 어떻게 해? 아, 이렇게. 좀 다르네. 내가 알고 있는 거랑. 오케이. 아이씨. 돈.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
그러게? 안 들어갔네.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
루스 올면서 스타스경 육체의 정신과 힘이 올려내는 바입니다. 아, 그 알코올 중독자. 간이 손상됐고 폐 농약 역시 유지되고 알레르기가 일어났던 경우에 원차적 알코올 섭취로 신경계 물질. 그래. 간이 딱딱해지고 간경화. 이주가 복수. 복수까지 차올랐어. 췌장 질환. 흡사 췌장이 발생한 경우에 치명적일 수 있습니다. 야, 이씨, 그냥 가만히 냅둬도. 오늘 내일. 오늘 내일 했네, 이 사람은. 여타가 좀 그래, 활신왕 상태라잖아. 알코올 안 끊으면은, 오늘 내일 진짜. 오늘 좋을지 내일 좋을지 알 수 없는 상황인데, 조금 더 빨리 갔네. 나아져도 능력이 떨어지면 후유증성에 두드러 쳐온다. 제가 치료를 나가겠습니다. 뭐 한다 했지? 어? 뭐야, 이름이 없는데? 더 볼 건 없나? 공력.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
네, 전무한 사생활. 호주 출신. 아니잖아. 맞다고? 원터를 지인이 없다. 도착한지 구별을 했고 바깥 생활을 차지한 편이다. 가라. 브레이큰스톨 부인은 지금 멍든 부인 요럴터와의 선언과 아는 사이다. 이거는 일단 더 해봐야겠네. 더 해봐야 되는 좀. 렌들딸 성이 아니다. 렌들딸 성이 아니라고. 오른쪽은 렌들가 농단의 유스타스 경을 써야 했다는 정황을 만들기는 거짓말이었다. 증거 증언에 따르면 용의자는 렌들 강도단이다. 이건 아닐까라. 네. 찾아봅시다. 식당 범인 현장.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
와, 걔 불쌍하네. 진짜 불쌍하네, 걔. 빡치.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
야, 왓슨, 응? 사람하고 대화하는데 정면을 보고 똑바로 말해야지. 응? 그랬어. 수초 보면서 얘기했으면 그래, 그건 인정이지.
A trapper's hut.
사냥꾼의
A
쉼터.
trapper's...
없나? 열어봐. 기다려봐.
A hunter's cabin. A hunting scene.
나갈 수도 있구나. 야이씨, 뭐야. 야, 근데 식당 조사해야 되잖아. 아이씨. 아, 못 들어가네. 뭐 할 수 있는 게 없노, 나도.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
안 그러고 맛있다고.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
건더기가 없고 하나는 건더기 있고.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
맞아, 이상하네. 강도 다닐 수도 있고, 아니면 저 부인이랑 시녀랑 남편이랑 3명일 수도 있고, 좀 더 필요한데. 야, 의자 왜 여기 있냐?
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
뱃사람.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
범인들이 훔쳐갔고.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
그러네? 야씨. 음식 이거만 들어가고 나머지는 한 개도 안 들어갔네. 그치?
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware. The hunting scene. A deer hunt. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
티 떴는데, 잠깐만. 별난로 장식.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. A fur trader's cabin.
노끈. 여기서 잘렸구나.
Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. That must be the murder weapon.
부지깽이.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow. Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
더 있단 얘긴데. 오씨.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
아, 저 넘어지면서 저기 벽난로 저쪽 채창살에 맞고 쓰러졌을 수도 있고, 아니면 머리. 머리가 이렇게 안 몰렸네. 무지깽이 기체 대창살 기체 두 개의 일장 언덕에 남아있지 않다. 경감의 진술 양경 볼테와 한일 대일사에서 표현 던졌다고 영가 연애 맞는 것 같아. 회사에서 배사람들이 지교수의 형처럼 해서 지어진 손이 발견됐다. 이건 아니라고. 있어봐.
The death was instant.
경감 어디였어?
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Lord Brigham Brackenstall. Sir Warthen Brackenstall. Lord George Brackenstall. Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
I've searched outside for footprints without any luck.
상관없었다고? 일단
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
잠깐만. 정신이 없었다고 하지 않았나?
Please leave my Mary alone. She suffered so much. She deserves some
이거
rest.
그 뭐지? 히프랑인들요. 잘못 얘기한 거 딱 캐치하면은 심심미약으로 잘못 얘기했다고 하는 거 아이가 저거. 야 가자. 걔 어디 있어? 안녕?
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
내양 제고. 제고 얘기라고. 부인이 또 있나? 오. 뭐 맨날 계시노. 가자.
Someone should take Toby for a walk.